And we are live.
What it do?
In the house. Hey, everybody, we are in the house. Yeah. That's what we talking about. I don't know. This is my rap for today.
Bars. What up, Belly?
Hello, world. Am I still on screen? Oh, because I
clicked. Oh shit! Am I still?
Oh my god! I thought I just clicked out of the dang on thing. Oh my goodness! Woo, man, that would have been crazy. Hello, everyone. My name is Chevy the Superstar,
and I am Latoya.
And this is Two Snaps in a Circle, where we review films of all types and genres, except for based on true stories.
We don't do that. We don't do that.
And we deliver movie news and movie quotes that you can utilize in your daily life.
Period, boo-boo.
To be cool or to think about life in a pondering manner.
Right.
Or whatever.
No, you know what I'm saying? Use as a pickup line, because we've lost a little bit of that what they call it, swag, or what would they call it in what is it in Austin Powers? What does Austin Powers have?
Mojo.
The mojo. Some people have lost their mojo over this lockdown pandemic, and so I
never had none, so I just be out here living.
Well, get your mojo back or get your mojo started.
With a little movie quote.
With a little movie news. With a little, I watched Two Snap in the Snurkle. I watched Two Snaps in a Circle, and I learned this really great thing about this movie. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Before you know it, you'll be boot up.
Well, shoot, can I get booed up?
I know, right?
Shoot.
Oh, man, this is Two Snaps in a Circle, y'all. This is us.
And we here.
And we is here.
To do what we do every week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you're not watching live on YouTube, you can just go to the YouTube. It's Two Snaps in a Circle, and you can watch what we say after.
Right, exactly. And I mean, if you didn't catch on to earlier, while we don't do the truly based on stories, based on a true story vibe, you got to go back and watch last week's episode so you can kind of catch on to the, our inside jokes, our innuendos, and so on and so forth. But if you didn't know, now you know. We're doing sequels this month. We're reviewing Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Judgment Day.
Dun-dun-dun.
There was a lot of dun dun. In that movie.
Very dramatic. Very dramatic. Very end of the world vibes.
Get into that, Chevy, tell the people how you doing, how you feeling, how's the week? I mean, I already know, what you've been up to, but tell the people.
Well, I just got back from it's NOLA. It's NOLA, baby.
NOLA, baby.
Baby.
Right.
I'm just gonna be saying everything is baby. From now on, it's like, hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
Go, baby. This one girl was like, we was on Bourbon Street and went to the little chicken spot, and the girl was like, look, I got to piss, baby. And we was just like, she was a cashier, and she was like, I'm about to go to the bathroom.
Yo, that's funny. That's what's up. With 1,000 of buildings.
What it do?
What it do? Yes. I gotta pour me a drink. You gotta pour me
girl.
Tell the people about NOLA.
So NOLA is really messed up, y'all. Like, it's steeped in so much culture of death and slavery, and it's so depressing, actually. Yeah, and it's really not nothing to do if you're not there for like Mardi Gras or like
Mm.
Essence Festival, really, or
All
if you're
right, or
not
like
there
some type of
to,
event. Yeah.
yeah, or if you're not like into like voodoo or horror or ghostly things. I would say if you're a foodie, for sure. If you're into
Yeah.
like learning about ghost culture and horror and just, embellished stories about like things that happen there, or even if you're like into historical data and you want to know more about the different aspects of that, or if you're into photography, it's a great place to go because there's many great things to take pictures of.
Hmm.
But just like to go like, oh, I'm gonna hop on a plane and go to NOLA this weekend. I don't. I mean, I don't advise that. It's not
Yeah.
the cleanest or the nicest place to go. And also, if you didn't know, the French Quarter is sketchy as hell. Like Bourbon Street, the French Quarter, sketchy as hell, man. Like
Word.
dirty as hell and sketchy as hell. Like just
Word.
like it was people like we went to Bourbon Street earlier in the day and then we came back that night, and there were people that they were there all day, and they weren't there all day because their hotels were there. They were there all day because they was trying to get down on people, or they had been getting down on people all day. A construction worker saw my stepmom holding her purse down low, and he walked over and said, "Hey, ma'am, you need to put your purse up here and hold it close to you because they will rob you. They will rob you. Hold your drink up because they will roofie you and then rob you." Like,
Wow.
yeah, it ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. It ain't no joke.
Wow. You gotta watch your back out here in these
Watch
streets.
yo Bizak. But no, it was cool. We had fun. We did a few things.
You know, we had a good time though.
Yeah, but it is definitely like,
Had
nah.
the kids, had your wife.
Yeah, it's definitely like, and then, like it's super haunted. Like literally we drive down streets and some houses were for sale in the French Quarter, and the window is like for sale, haunted. Yeah. And it's just like a house.
I'm just happy to know that people are like, hey, this house is haunted. I'm moving out. I'm not gonna sit here and rough it out.
But then I saw a lot of houses that had pennies and quarters and stuff in the like light posts.
Hmm.
And then when I went to Marie LeBeau's house, I learned that because it was a whole bunch of pennies and stuff in the floorboards, that it's to hoard off evil spirits. So when we were driving closer to Madame Delphine LaRue's house, played
Hmm.
Kathy Bates play her
Yeah.
on American Horror Story, I
Yes.
saw a lot of light posts with the pennies embedded in them leading towards her house.
Yay.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
drink to that while I got a little quarter just sitting by me right now.
And also, just to put this out there, I did go to like we wanted to see what the cemeteries look like because they're
Mhm.
above ground. Now, fun fact, all the cemeteries in New Orleans are not but above ground, but a vast majority are. But there are certain ones that they go on tours. They're the oldest, I guess, in the city, and it's like Lafayette 1, 2, and 3 or whatever. And we rolled up on them. We didn't know that that's what they
Yeah.
were, but we ended up riding there and going to see them. And I took a couple of pictures, but then they let us in to the cemetery, and the groundskeeper let us in, and I was gonna walk around. Then I got in there and I saw like flowers from people and their families, like, and I felt bad. Like,
Yeah.
I can't do this. And then we stand because I was gonna go and like, but then I was like looking and I was like, nah, man. And then we asked the man a question because it looked like there were empty tombs or like mausoleums.
Yeah.
And we asked like, So what happens when it fills up? He basically was like, we pull the bodies out, we put them in a hole, and we burn the remains, and we put a new person in there, and we put their name on a placard and put them at the bottom.
Oh,
Yeah.
the more you know. The more you know, dude.
Thanks for the follow for Gathers.
Thanks for the follow for Gather. Stick around. We got a good episode in store for you. Wow.
Yes. Yeah. Very
I
interesting.
mean, that is the cool thing about like going to different places and places that aren't, when people think about traveling, typically it's vacation, beach, water, fun, restful relaxation, but rarely do people go on travel in terms of like learning about a new place that might not be the most desirable, a place that you might have to watch your back more than others, or a place that may be haunted. So in my eyes, just like you said, it's interesting. Like at the least, it's interesting. It may not be the most like desirable place to go to. I know a lot of people want to go for a lot of different reasons, just like you said, like outside of an event or Essence Fest or something really cool like Mardi Gras. Like, who's just going to New Orleans to just like
Kick
go?
around. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Yeah, truly shocking, Willie. Well, wow. It just really just changed my perspective about visiting New Orleans. Like,
I mean, I definitely would go like for those events, but like
yeah,
just to like go on the
just
weekend
for
and
the
just like
heck
kick
of it. Yeah, you
around.
gotta, yeah.
Unless you're like for you, being that you're a photographer,
Right,
yes,
yeah.
it's great for you to go because it's so many things to take pictures of. It's so many notable landmarks. There's so many just cool things to take pictures of.
Mhm.
People walking down the street, whatever. Just
Yeah.
like so many just dope little things that you see just walking down. They even got like their lights in French Quarters are like fire burning lamps, like old school. Like
That's cool.
it looks like how it looked in the 1800s.
That's wild
So,
to me.
wooden doors and you know what I'm saying to businesses and yeah, I mean
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
definitely different. Definitely different going into French
That's
Quarter.
what's up. That's what's up.
Uh, yeah. And so, how are you?
I'm pretty good. Yeah, I stayed here in Detroit. I kicked it back in the D. I stayed in the house mostly, got a lot of work done. Yeah, I've been rewatching Insecure. It just kind of happened. How you let somebody how you give somebody your login info and then they start watching stuff, and then typically what I do eventually, because I just can't help it. I'm like, my list is my list. The things that I watch is my, I got to give them their own, if they're going to continue to like use the login. And what happened was Insecure was up and it was like, I just kept seeing Molly and Dro, which are two characters on the show. And I was like, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to pick up where this person left off. And I was watching it before you know it. I had watched up to the most recent season. I've watched the whole thing and I've watched the seasons multiple times, and oh my god, it just had me all in my feels about things that, like, it's so funny rewatching seasons and seeing things that you didn't see before, or hearing things that you didn't hear before, or understanding things in a different way, or like wherever you are in your life, feeling it different because of what you're going through or what you personally have going on. And so I just love that show. I'm obviously just like a huge Issa fan, stan, all that good stuff. So yeah, I've just been fangirling over Issa and kicking it at the cribbo.
Cool. It's so funny though. What's that movie with Issa Rae and old dude
Lovebirds.
that we watched that while we was in New Orleans being Dion, and it was shot in New Orleans.
And it
Had
was
no
out of New
idea.
Orleans. Yeah,
Had
I
no
was
idea when we started watching it.
about to it's great.
But also, like we was watching Bar Rescue, and the episode from New Orleans came on. You know the one where the man gets sick on the gumbo and he
Kind
be
of
throwing
spooky.
up.
Yes, I do know they were like, me and Chevy, we love us some Bar Rescue. And then you, if you watch the show, I think we, because sometimes it's hard to remember what we talked about after the show and during the show, because like we keep online, so it's hard to know like, was that during the show or was that after the show offline? But anyways, we love us some Bar Rescue, and that is like kind of spooky that y'all went there and we're seeing things that
Yeah, we also was
interesting.
watching Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and we had went to one of the restaurants that was on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, yeah, freaking me out. At least it wasn't nothing like spooky,
specters
spooky. Yeah.
and ghosts. Well, we'll see when
yeah,
I get
yeah,
these
yeah,
pictures back because I took all film pictures while I was there. So who knows what I done picked up.
Oh shit. Yes, Willie, we are some super fans. John Taffery.
John Taggerfee. John Taggerfee.
The man's name is John Taffer, and a person next to
He
me.
was drunk as hell, and he was like, "You ain't gonna be talking to me, John Taggerfee." He was drunk as hell, and he was
Oh,
old as hell.
shit.
Oh my gosh.
Damn, that's funny. Oh man. Anywho, I
Yeah.
guess
So
we can go ahead and get into it. What everybody is not really here for, but one like at one point it was like, God damn it, y'all here just for the movie news, or are y'all here for the movie review? Like, pick one. Pick one. This show is really about the reviews, but okay, no.
so yes, I do have some movie news for you guys,
Yeah.
and I'm just getting my life here. All right, so we in there. Ba 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 ba. Movie news, New Orleans edition. Movie news, New Orleans
Ba,
edition.
ba, 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 ba. Nola, baby.
Oh,
Oh
man. All right, so
shit.
whew, I'm tired.
Right, that almost. Let me quench my thirst with some rum.
Okay. What We Do in the Shadows season 3 trailer officially dropped I think it was actually last Friday or sometime last week. It was sometime last week. But it drops on FX on September 2nd, and it also got picked up for the 4th season as well.
Mm-hmm.
The trailer for, and if you have not seen What We Do in the Shadows, you should watch it because it's a funny show about vampires trying to live in the modern age.
Which I need to.
American Horror Story double feature trailer for part 1 came out last week, I think, as well. I probably maybe forgot to mention that. And it premieres on FX on August 25th. Has anybody been watching American Horror Stories? Because it's not great.
Damn, really?
I don't like it.
Ouch.
But we'll see. I got to rewatch the last episode, and I started rewatching the new episode today. Now, this episode is cool, but we'll see. We'll see.
We shall.
They keep wanting to take us back to Murder House 17,000 times.
Like, give us something else, please.
Kristen Stewart movie where she will be playing Princess Diana comes out on November 5th. Okay, girl. Welcome to Blumhouse is back. It returns to Amazon Prime with 4 new films starting on October 1st. The first 2 films will drop on October 1st, and the names of those films is Black as Night, Bingo Hell. Ooh. And then the other 2 is going to drop on 10/8, and that's The Manor and Madras.
Okay.
Now, last year I streamed one of the films on my stream, so maybe we'll do that. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. There is a show starring Oscar Isaac from Rogue One. Very handsome, handsome man. And Jessica Chastain, she was in like stuff. I can't think of anything at this moment. A show that's premiering on September 12th on HBO Max called Scenes from a Marriage. It's a limited series, so it's probably going to be nominated for Oscars. Okay. So If y'all haven't heard, Wes Anderson has a movie coming out. And it's like
Duh.
Knives Out because a lot of people gonna be in it. We don't know what it's about and we don't know the
Yeah,
name of it. But
but
Bill Murray,
it's star studded, baby.
star
Star
studded. I'm
studded.
about to name all the stars. Bill Murray, Scarlett Johansson, Tilda Swinton, Margot Robbie, Tom Hanks, Jeffrey Wright, Bryan Cranston, Liv Schreiber. I mess his name up all the time. Hope Davis, Adrian Brody, and Jason Schwartzman will all be in this film that we don't know what it's about and what it's about at all or a name of it. Okay, Anthony Mackie has finalized the deal to star in Captain America 4.
Boop, boop, boop. Let's go.
The fourth trailer for Eternals was released today, I believe, and it premieres or drops only in theaters, as far as I know, on November 5th, and it looks wonderful. And we find out why they didn't help the Avengers as well.
I thought that was a funny ass headline. Like they reveal why they weren't there for Endgame.
No,
Like,
because that's what we all been asking. That's what we've been asking this whole time.
where the fuck
Since
y'all
they
been?
dropped the movie, since they told us that the movie was coming out, we all been saying like, so where the fuck was they at when Thanos was snapping his damn fingers?
I have to watch that.
Trailer dropped from Foundation. It's a sci-fi series that's premiering on September 24th on Apple TV. Honestly, guys, I couldn't finish the trailer. Not saying it's gonna be bad. It's just it don't look like it's my speed. Because there's sci-fi like Annihilation, and then there's sci-fi like Independence Day and Aliens. And I'm more of a like Independence Day alien type girl. I'm not really that slow-mo sci-fi.
Slow mo, yeah. Where you like what?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just like really, 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 really slow. Adventure Time has a spinoff coming with Fiona and Cake starring. And it will be coming to HBO Max.
Hey.
Fast and the Furious 10 will ride into theaters in April of 2023, guys. Be excited.
Woo!
Ray Fisher states he needs an official apology from the WB before he even considers to play Cyborg again.
Period, Pooh. That's the black man, right?
And
where the hell is the apology at?
Where is it? If all y'all got to do, but see, he's saying consider. They probably like, well, we'll consider.
Right? Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Should we maybe?
But then that's admitting guilt, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
And speaking of DC EU, here are some release dates for upcoming movies and TV shows that will be coming for DC.
Let's go.
John Cena will be getting a TV show starring as the Peacemaker, the character that he played in the new Suicide Squad film, and that will be premiering in January of 2022. Black Adam starring The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
Never forget.
Will premiere on July 29th, 2022. The Flash, November 4th, 2022. Aquaman, December 6th, 2022. Shazam, Fury of the Gods, June 2nd, 2022. And The Batman, starring Edward Cullen, will be coming out on March 4th, 2022. I don't know why I put these out of order. A trailer dropped for a film called Night Books today on Netflix. It looks really good.
It looks interesting.
Yeah, I think it's going to be cute, but also a little bit terrifying.
Interesting.
It was a damn unicorn in there.
I'm like, what the hell?
And unicorns ain't supposed to be nice. And I said, well, somebody had to tell the truth about it.
Thank you.
And it premieres on Netflix on September 15th. Oh, that's pretty soon, September 15th.
Yes.
Uh, I'm excited about this horror anthology. Um, VHS returns on Shutter on October 6th. And it's going to be called VHS 94. Now,
Mm.
VHS blew my mind when I first saw the first one, scared me, was really good. And it's an anthology movie. It's basically a whole bunch of different short stories, but they're short stories done in found footage style.
Mm.
So, but
Like
they're
it,
horror
like it, like
stories.
it, like it.
And they're all different. Like one was shot with a webcam, one was shot where the guy had, like, you remember when Snapchat came out with those glasses?
Yes. Oh my
One
gosh.
was shot with those glasses, like those
Sick.
type of glasses.
Ooh, I'm gonna
Another
have to
one was
check those
shot with a
out.
cell phone, but it's like two of them. And the second one, they were watching VHSs at somebody's house that they broke into, and it was different stories for that one too. But like the first one was strictly different people in found footage situations. So I love it. I
That
love
sounds
the
really
first one.
cool.
Oh, and it's really scary. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's as scary as Host, but I ain't seen it in a long time, so
Okay. Okay.
it's good though. Um, I don't know if Nicole Parker is gonna be like a reoccurring character on Sex and the City, but she's definitely gonna be on Sex and the City.
Really?
Yeah, that was her in that picture with them.
Oh, I did see that,
But I couldn't tell who she was.
I did see that.
I couldn't tell that was her.
Hmm.
I had to do research, deep diving.
Deep dive.
Well, all I had to do was go Sarah Jessica Parker
Nah,
page because she tagged her in the post. And she said, and then there were four again. And I said, ooh, shade. I said, ooh.
I'm no OG when it comes to Sex in the City in the sense of like, I can say I've only watched literally a handful of the episodes and didn't watch it when it first came out. I'm a fan of the movies, which, in turn made me fall in love with the franchise a bit. And I'm excited to watch this. And of course, like even from the movies, like was like, whoa, no Sam, like no Samantha, what the hell? But woo, that is hella shady.
Ain't it? And finally, Elizabeth Hensridge, character Gemma from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is returning in Secret Invasion, which
All
also
right.
Samuel L. Jackson will be in. And I believe someone else, but I can't remember who. But it's a Marvel show. It's going to be on Disney Plus.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
that is movie news, New Orleans. Movie news, New Orleans. Movie news, New Orleans. Movie
Baby.
All right. So today, what we're here to talk about other than movie news in our lives.
Yes. We are here to talk about sequels. And I mean, what's crazy is, as I'm watching this particular sequel, I'm thinking to myself, wow, this really has a lot of remnants of what we did in July. A lot of blockbuster vibes. I mean, I believe Terminator 2 definitely Judgment Day had the blockbuster vibe. I'm sure it was a huge thing that everybody went out to go see. And so yeah, that's what we're here talking about today. A little background on the good old T2 is it's an action. It's more sci-fi, like it's the sci-fi that we're into. And simply put, it is a cyborg identical to the one who failed to kill Sarah Connor, must now protect her 10-year-old son, John Connor, from a more advanced and powerful cyborg. A cyborg. Yeah. Cyborg. Thinking about iceberg. It was directed by James Cameron, written by James Cameron and William Wisher, and it stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, Linda Hamilton, Edward Furlong, and who plays John Connor, and Robert Patrick, who plays T-1000. This movie has a lot of familiar faces in it, a lot of people that you like, I've seen him before, I know them from somewhere else. But yes, at the end of the day, we know what you're expected to get with the good old Terminator 2. And yeah, I'm excited to get into this and start talking about it. Um I I guess, like, to preface it, because it is a sequel, and the idea is that we're the idea is to have the starting point would be the first Terminator, where Arnold Schwarzenegger is there. It's his first acting gig, correct? Like, this is the first time we've seen him on film. I think this is Arnold. I think that's Arnold Schwarzenegger's like first film. I mean, everybody knew him as like this huge like bodybuilder and blah blah blah. But like, I think I believe that was his first acting gig, and he didn't say a word the 1st film. He didn't speak at all. And I believe that, and then there's a huge gap between these two movies. The first Terminator came out in like maybe
84.
84, before I was born. Like, and then this one is more like in the 90s. Yeah. And so they're I believe 94. And so they're playing,
it was like 10 years
91,
later, because he was 10.
So yeah, so they're really playing up this timeline. They're really playing up this timeline, which is really cool to me, which I fuck with that. Like, nothing like an authentic timeline to me in my head. Looks like he definitely played in other stuff before that, but his biggest up into that, he had did Twins, Running Man. So he did a lot of stuff. Predator, Commando. So yeah, he did Conan.
Yeah, because I'm like, I thought he was in Predator before that.
Yeah, he did. So Terminator was in 84, but before that, he had did a lot of things. But the Running Man, Predator was after all of that. Twins, all of that was after Terminator. But he was probably most known for like Conan at that time, like Conan. And it looks like he did have like small little roles up until that point. But this was probably like his breakout role, kind of made him like the big blockbuster actor, superstar person that we know today. Up until this point, all we know is that it's Sarah Connor is this person who has now seen the future, and she knows that it's this huge company that eventually is going to become a company that's gonna like take over the world, like
Matrix.
Like Matrix type style, like with their technology, and that we're all doomed with this huge bomb that's gonna happen and gonna destroy our world and just take us to a whole nother place. And I'll be honest, like, I'm totally butchering like the storyline and the plot and everything like that, because I still never really got it. Very much like the Matrix, like, still really don't know what the fuck they talking about to this day.
Okay, so basically what happens is, in any movie where technological advances happen, the machines become self-aware and realize that humans are destroying the world that they live in, and they see them as a threat. Right. And then but in this movie particularly, we saw them as a threat when they became self-aware. And when they became self-aware, we tried to send them offline. And instead of them initially killing us, they sent a missile to Russia. And Russia
to just
sent a bomb to us, and then they did another wave after that.
Yeah, kind of like a middleman type vibe. Like,
yeah. So first it was a nuclear bomb, but from Russia, and then it was them doing a sonic boom type thing to.
Got it, which makes a total sense to the whole like.
Yeah.
Everybody on fire. Then that second wave coming through and just like crisping everybody, like
dissipating.
Dust.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it. Okay. That makes so much more sense.
Yeah. So basically we pick up where we have, like, we see I just thought the opening was, now it's years later watching this movie, it looked, the bones look fake, everything looked fake, but I couldn't imagine like going to see this movie in 1991 and it's kids playing, and then all of a sudden it switches to the same playground, and it's just these. I mean, because I still to this day think that Terminators without the skin are terrifying. They are absolutely terrifying.
That was the one memory that came back to me, like, girl, you used to be scared of this. That scared you. Them red eyes.
And that like devious, like almost smile that they have on their face. Yeah. So I mean, you open up with this scene of like kids playing, and then it switches to like darkness and these Terminators stepping on skulls of human beings, and this like, war is being fought. And Sarah Connor is narrating this scene, and basically after she narrates the scene, we see her son as an adult, and then we go into
present day.
Yeah, present day. And I can't remember if it was present day us linking up with John, or if it was present day and we saw the Terminator arrive. We saw Arnold Schwarzenegger arrive. I can't remember. Let me look at my notes.
I can't remember right now either. Jesus, that movie. And the movie was long as hell.
Oh, yeah, no. First we see John Connor be just a terrible kid.
Yeah, just being bad as hell. Like,
mom, his adoptive mom. So we see that Sarah is not with him. He's been adopted. So, you know, we trying to figure out what happened with her. I can't remember in the last movie if they showed what happened with her. But anyway, we see him being rebellious. For some reason, he has his own bike, mountain bike. I mean, what are them called?
Like literally like a motorbike. Yeah.
A dirt bike. He has his own dirt bike.
Yeah.
And, you know, he not listening to nobody. The stepdad ain't great. He don't do nothing. But he just go off and do his own thing, you know, just to be a bad kid, you know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, in between time, we also see that Terminator has came back, but also T-1000 has came back, and we find that we think, because when I first started watching it, I'm like, oh, the Terminator, because I call Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator. Yeah. I call him T-1000.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking like, oh, damn, T-1000 know where he at, but Terminator don't. But he did. But that's because I believe John had gave him his coordinates of where he was supposed to be.
He was on a mission. He came in with a little bit more, I guess, like prep because you know he was literally being sent by the future John, so he knew exactly where to go. And if not, he would have known, much like T-1000 so conveniently like killing a police officer who he can hop in his squad car and
But my thing is this: can you only search for people that has a record? Can't you only search for people that has a record, like processed in the system?
Yeah, but when he looked him up, it had him listed for like petty shit, like petty shit that he had done. Yeah, that they had showed that, like, you could see that John Connor, he had did some like petty little shit, like, I don't know what it was, like staying out at the curfew, or, you know, like graffiti. It was some petty shit, larceny, like he had been stealing, like, but that very well may be true, you know, like if you're in the system, you're in the system.
Yes. So
he's been found.
Yeah, they both know where he at.
They both know where he is.
But conveniently, he went to go rob an ATM.
Yeah. Yeah, he went to go hang out with the homies. He went to go get the bread, go get the guap out the ATM. He, you know, his mom has left him with skills and tools, and he has this tool where he can just like hack into an ATM, get out what he needs. And what does he do? What most kids do? They go to the mall, arcade, go buy pizza and fucking slushies. Like,
I thought he was gonna be buying Jordan. I was like, he went to the arcade with $300.
Like,
I'd have been buying Jordans. That's probably how you got that dang on mountain bike. I mean,
most
dirt bike.
likely, yeah,
You calling it a mountain
most likely, right? Most likely, but like he was living his best life. Like he didn't have to listen to nobody. He could do what he wanted to do. He had the world at his fingertips with the knowledge that he had and the weight that he had on his shoulders from his mom being in the situation he was in. So he had felt like he had all of the right to go out and misbehave and do as he wanted. And then it happens. Like what I really like about this movie is that it is like action packed. Like some of the most iconic and amazing scenes happen within almost like seems like the first 30 minutes. Like one of the most iconic like chases of this film, besides the like chase down T-1000, is happens in the first 30 minutes with the truck and them on the bike and going down like this. I don't know what you call that. I feel like I used to know, but it looks like an
embankment. I don't know.
Embankment. Yeah, it looks like an old highway, right? But it's really a place where I believe like they let the water go, like so it doesn't flood. But yeah, like he's doing standard kid shit, having a grand old time, and and I just love like every time they encounter when him, John Connor, and Sarah both encounter the Terminator. It slow mo's like so you can really get the feel of like their fear when that man comes into the scene. But very quickly we realize that the Terminator is not there to terminate John. He is actually there to protect him against T-1000, who is coming around the corner in a police outfit, who has just killed his way, like
just killing his way through the town.
Just killing his way through the whole goddamn city to find this young boy. Like, and Terminator, thank God, like, can get John, but he is still very reluctant. He's like half and half because he's realizing, like, oh, he's protecting me. He's not.
But not only that, he realizing that his mom isn't crazy. And
his
that
mama is not crazy. Yeah.
All the things that she's told him is true.
It is actually true. And so there he is. There the moment begins is where it's like, I believe when my mama was right. Like,
right.
You know, we've all had those my mama was right moments.
Right.
Like,
but in the meantime, in between time, she in the nut house.
Ooh, and she is trying to plead her case.
But she is also, what I realized by the end of that movie is she done lost it. Like she done lost it. She ain't there.
It's one thing to say something like crazy, y'all, right? You know, like, crazy statement. But it's not only like the way she's, like the convictions that she's like the way that she says it, but it's the way she carries herself beyond that, it's just like the loudness and it's just like, don't believe me. It's just like, girl, if we wanted to believe you,
I don't believe you now.
I don't believe you now because look how you acted. And the moment you even pretend like, okay, I think I'm feeling, I think I'm
normal.
Right. I think you're getting I see where you're at. It seems like you're behaving in a sane way. It just takes one little thing, and you are correct. I mean, it's the thing that we all think about when it comes to Kanye sometimes, It's one thing to say some of the things he said and do some of the things he's done, but like to do it and say it and then be so like behind it and then be like, and then y'all calling me crazy because I seen it 5 years behind time. And it's just like, but that's why we been calling you crazy.
Because girl, we We just living. You just
We
said
just
we're
like we
all dead.
living.
You're dead. I'm dead. We're all dead. It's
And this
just
is like, but we're
I'm
not.
alive.
I'm alive and well and been alive and well and kicking and doing everything that I need to do. I'm about to go to the bar right after this. What is you talking
Yeah,
about,
like
boo?
I am living, honey.
I'm just fine.
I'm alive, babe.
People are living their lives
And
outside of
it's
here.
1991.
Right.
Like
Don't
I
get
don't care
crazy about
about
me.
1997. I
Period.
don't even know what that's gonna look like. It might be flying
Nobody
cars.
give a goddamn. Nobody gives a goddamn. And so, she's trying to tell him, but in true Sarah kind of fashion, she fucks it all up and ends up back in her room, back tied down. You know what they do to the patients.
Yeah, drugged up.
Drug them up. And simultaneously, her son is teamed up with the Terminator, trying to get away from the T-1000. Like it's happening.
So I just like to say this.
Yes.
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger and what's the other guy name?
Robert Patrick.
They did a great job to not show any emotion during fight scenes, during chasing. Like, how can you like keep a straight face? Like, I don't even understand. Like,
they really played the robot vibe. Like it was so many. I remember my first time seeing Robert Patrick in something other than being T-1000, because I've watched Judgment so many times, and being like, oh my God, he can like speak and he can show emotion and he's not a robot. Like I feel like if we had never seen him ever again, people were like, are we sure?
yeah,
Are we sure? He's not T-1000.
But you know what I noticed? That how like when him and John, when Terminator and John was talking about like how he needed to be more with the whole affirmative situation.
Yeah.
And he told him he needed to chill and be more like human, and that he could, he asked him, can he pick up on human mannerisms? What I noticed is T-1000 could pick them up quicker. So he started to show facial emotions and like different mannerisms and different catchphrases quicker than Terminator because he was more advanced.
He was more advanced. He had the skill to ship shape or shift shape or shape shift.
Yes.
All that good stuff. So like he had to be able to pick up on that because it was so funny when you would see him become someone else. He would still have this very like stoic, like,
yeah, like
I am you.
but mean.
And I'm gonna kill you.
Robotic.
Right.
But I feel like he was more of an organism than a robot.
Is it because
like an Alex Mack type thing? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know who that is. Who is that?
Oh, the show Alex Mack when the girl got turned into the like little slime thing and she was.
I know what the hell you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. When you first said it, I was like, "This sounds familiar," but I don't know what you're talking about. But now, yep, I know what you're talking about, and yes, definitely. Baby Boy did have like that feel low key where it's like I could be whatever, but I can also like just melt into the ground.
Yeah, like out of nowhere.
Yo, but but like, what was for you? Like, what did that infamous like truck motorcycle scene do for you? Like growing up as a kid and like seeing that.
I don't remember, child.
Remember? That's offline before we started. Chevy's like, I don't think I ever really seen the first Terminator, which was hilarious because every time I've ever seen Judgment Day, I've always thought the same thing. Like, have I ever seen the first Terminator? I'm confused. This is why I probably really don't get the story either. But she realized very well, but too, like, I don't think I ever seen this one. Like, this my first.
Nah, no, I kind of maybe have seen it for sure. But I mean, how it made me feel today was just like, oh shit. This man is going for the gusto.
The gusto. He wants him dead.
But I really think it was funny because you noticed how before Terminator knew that he was stronger than him and more powerful, whatever, but he still had this era about him. I think that's my word. Air about him that, you know, was so cool, calm, and collected while he was going through it. Shooting the thing and shooting the thing and then shooting the thing and then whoop and whip around. But like you could see him being frustrated that he couldn't catch this kid even in a freaking truck. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, damn, this is crazy, man. And this has just happened. Like when he drove that truck off the, I'm thinking, stupid boy, why didn't you just hide up under the underpass? But then when that man drove the truck off the thing, I said, baby, that wouldn't have helped you because he was coming down there regardless.
He was coming down there regardless.
He was coming. He didn't care how he got there.
He was going to figure out how to get you, sir.
Like, I guess that's that whole thing. Like he knew he couldn't die. So he didn't care how he got it done. He just knew he needed to get it done.
Period. Yeah, like even if the truck just landed on top of the boy, like, cool.
Yeah, like, yes.
Did it.
But I thought the scene was funny too. Not funny, but kind of funny. Like when he was like, time out. Wait a minute, hold up. We need to decompress, you know? And then, you know, they talked about everything and he realized that his mom was right and they had a conversation, but then he called home because he's like, I don't like him, but I got to check on him. I got to warn him. And then they called and then Terminator got on the phone and was like, your parents are dead. Like,
yeah, like the dog game ain't woofy, but it's like,
it was gone.
Your parents are dead, bro, because guess what? If I were him, I would go there first and I would check on you. That's where I would go. And that's where I would think that you would go next. Like, that's what kids do. When you're in trouble, you go home.
Yep, even if you don't like.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, it's a funny scene that I saw too. You remember when they was fighting in the mall?
Yeah.
And they came through the store and they landed outside. And then you see this man with his camera taking pictures. I'm like, oh shit, that was his cell phone. That would have been us. We'd have been there like this. Like,
yes.
He was just snapping.
I thought it was the most hilarious thing as well. Like it just in my head, you know, you don't carry around cameras. No, you know, like you don't carry around whole ass cameras. And you know, just like when you think about somebody like, how you got a video camera? Like, because people used to walk around with a whole ass VHS, mini DV, mini CD, video recording camcorders. That's how you call them. And they're disposable cameras and their SLRs, even though they took film, they walked around with the motherfuckers all day because you never know what you're going to see.
Right. And that was their versions of us out here talking about World Star.
Right. Like, but my thing is like, when were you going to show people?
Like when you get them developed, he going to be like, he going to run straight to the store. He going to go to the film store in the mall.
And get it developed right
then. So he can...
When people come over for the holiday, let me tell you about the one story I was telling you about. Let me plug up the camera and show you.
Or let me get the projector.
Let me get the projector out and show you. Bro, we've come a long way. Look, as I wear a shirt.
That's funny.
But yes, his parents, his foster parents have been killed. They've been infiltrated. He has no choice but to stick by the Terminator, and that's the way it should be anyway, because at the moment he is the only person that can protect him, especially now that we know that T-1000 is capable of shape-shifting and imitating people and creating himself into a sharp knife or any type of object. Like, the man is indestructible as well, so it's like, who else can fuck with him other than Terminator?
Correct.
But also, we're back on Sarah. We're back on the
Yeah,
mom,
we
and
back to the hospital.
because because now that
Oh,
not
because the
only
police then came.
oh yeah, because the police showed up. Huh? Well, no.
Yeah, they came to question her.
Yep, they came to question her. Yeah, because now
The mama, they dead, and
the
they was
parents
at the
are
mall.
dead. All that crap happened at the mall. That tons of eyewitnesses. Nobody was scared to snitch. My man's probably went and got the shit developed and was able to come back with the evidence. So it's
And Terminator killed a whole bunch of people in
he
1984. So
showed
they've been
me.
looking for him, and since they
Yeah,
found him, now the guy he was fighting, he was dressed in a cop uniform. So hello, they not gonna
yeah. I'm
think
not
no
looking for the
different. They
cop,
thinking he was
right?
there to serve and protect. But they looking for Terminator, and she like don't have nothing to say. She get a little bobby pin or a paper clip, and she like, I'm breaking out because that man is coming for me. And
Period.
she wasn't wrong.
And she wasn't wrong.
Yep, she went in there. She got this. She got on out of there. She beat some people's ass in the
She
meantime,
sure
especially that
did.
man who licked her face.
Just I remember just always being extremely grossed out by that. I
That
mean,
mean he probably be raping the patients.
yeah, and I felt like that was a thing that they chose to kind of like let you figure out on your own, let you kind of come up with your own, like, what do you think he's been doing? If he can just go in there and do that and have so much joy from it, and then that's all he did. He didn't do anything extra. He just literally licked the side of her face with his nasty ass tongue and dipped out and twirling around his little baton like, ha, I run this place. I do whatever I want.
Right.
She fucked him up, and I was so happy
She
when she
did.
did.
I mean, she busted that man down.
Busted
So
him down. He deserved it.
in the meantime, in between time, oh dude then got up in there pretending to be the security guard and snuck in the damn flow and souped up and booped up as a person. And now he in there, just in there, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he the plug.
And then John, find out that he can give the orders to the Terminator. So he, orders the Terminator to take him to save his mom.
Mm-hmm.
So, she up in there, she running, she beating people up, she get caught because she, she running from the T-1000 now.
Yeah.
And then this part made me laugh. But when he came in there, when the Terminator came in there, she saw him.
It's that. It's that. It is that right there. I cannot tell you how many times she randomly yelled in that movie. Sometimes she would yell before action would start. And it's just like, why are you yelling, Sarah?
She was scared. And her son like, Mom, Mom, Mom. And she like, no. Then the man drop her.
Just drop.
Just so much. Just so much.
Oh,
I mean, I get it. That man, that's the part of the reason why she's so messed up. She got PTSD.
Because that's what I'm saying. It's one thing to imagine things and something comes to you in a spirit or whatever, tells you, hey, this is what's going to happen, or you, whatever, right? But to see it and have someone that is beyond what you've ever encountered in the whole wide world trying to kill you because of what you've seen and know, yeah, you're gonna be messed up, man. Yeah. And dude, like, she was traumatized, and if it weren't for her son's presence, he wouldn't have been able to convince her, like,
he come with me if you want to live,
Yes, come with me if you want to live.
Classic line.
Ooh, classic. So many great quotes. So many just like, one hit a quitter vibes out here.
Right. So they save her. So they in the car.
Yep, they're in the car.
And they having this whole, moment. with the mama because she crazy. Even how she talked to her son was crazy.
Yes, yes.
Like she was just out of her mind. And I mean, I get it. She had a valid reason, but she was just extra with it. Like if you know you crazy and you know you messed up, girl, just shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. So he crying, and I really like the scene where they was talking about when he asked him why did y'all cry.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he and the little boy really didn't explain it very well.
Yeah, he just like we cry. We cry
You know,
when things hurt
oh
and cry. Yeah.
yeah, he was basically like, damn, did I write it down? I don't think I did, but he basically was like, you know how sometimes you don't feel like you still
Like
doing
nothing's wrong
stuff.
with you.
Yeah, nothing's wrong with you, but you still hurt, you know? And I was like, damn.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I thought it was
Humans.
crazy that Sarah was comparing the Terminator to a father figure. Thought that was really that just
Mm.
showed how she was crazy to me because theoretically that is not probable or possible or even logical to think. I just thought it to me it spoke to her mental state more than it spoke to some compassionate like cute like thing. Yeah, he didn't have a father figure and he didn't know who his father was and he knew he was going to meet his father eventually, but it wasn't going to be until he was a grown man. But to compare the machine that tried to harm you that you know is bad even though he's been reprogrammed to be good,
Yeah.
it's crazy that you would compare him to a father figure because you're more afraid of the real men in the world
Mm.
because of the things she was saying. Basically, like he could never hurt him, he could never beat him, he could never miss a basketball game, he could never do this, he could never do all the things that if she went back out into the dating pool, if this all fizzles and over and the world not gonna end, the things that the type of company that she keeps and the type of men that she would bring around him would be more damaging than him being with a Terminator.
Mm. Mm. And it's because he is programmed to be there for him and protect him.
Correct. So I just thought that lady, I was like, girl, you out your mind.
Truly. I mean, it makes me believe that Sarah obviously had things going on in her life like before all of this that just like you said, I think she led a life of not of having the best company around, you
But
know.
that's what he kept alluding to. Like, my mom never really, she kind of was, and only got worse when she became obsessed with the world ending. He basically said she would just keep company with anybody that knew something, knew how to shoot a gun, knew how to make a plan, knew how to organize a group of people, knew how to do this, knew how to do that, so she could pick up as much knowledge as she could. So she was around seedy people, shady people, rough people.
Yeah.
Any person who taught her how to use that card reader thing is not a upstanding citizen. So
No,
the
not
type
at
of
all.
people that she had her son around were not upstanding citizens. And
Right.
the one that he said she did meet, she ran him away with the Judgment Day stuff.
Lord have mercy.
So my question after so she was sitting there watching them play, doing her little narration because her narrations became more and more creepy to me as the movie continued because
Yes. At first it seemed like hella informative and like, okay, cool, I'm getting a little background and she's letting me in on this. But then it became like, what are these journal entries? Like,
yeah, like
what are
girl, what are
like
you talking about? Like girl, shut up, Sarah. So, she's sitting at the table, so disconnected from everybody and everything. And my thing is, what bothered me about her character is you told your son this. You told your son all of this. And granted, he didn't believe you, but he knew all of this growing up. And he was still able to have a life, cultivate relationships. And you couldn't even cultivate your relationship with him. You couldn't just, what bothered me about her is, if you know the world is ending in 1997, even if you're preparing your son, can you love on him? Can you be his mother? Can you not let that just consume you? But
Right.
then,
And that's the shit we was talking about. Like
yeah,
that's why she was like past the level of like crazy of her thoughts. Like,
or her PTSD.
yes.
But then she had that dream. And I ain't gonna lie, I ain't seen nothing like that since I was watching Total Recall, okay?
Period. That's it. I was like, why? It you know what? And my favorite thing about like it must be the genre of movies during that time and just like who made movies and how movies were made. But like all Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, all kind of like that sci-fi part, they all kind of feel the same from Running Man to like Total Recall to
or
Terminator.
Eraser, or what is
Yeah,
it?
like Erase. Yeah, it's just like all of them kind of have the same feel, or Eraser kind of feels like True
Total
Lies.
Recall.
Like
Oh yeah, yeah, no, but they be good though. That's the messed up part about it. They be good
they be
though.
so good though, and it's just like it's very interesting to me. It's very very interesting to me,
No, that
and
part was freaky. I was like, this James Cameron being James damn Cameron.
period.
Because that was crap. I mean, can you imagine 1991
Mm,
seeing that?
I would think something is really wrong.
I would
Like
be scared.
I would be scared. Yeah, I'll be scared. I would
I
be scared.
mean, that was a lot. And then my question is,
Yeah, I'm gonna say
how,
because I know.
how can you live happily in a world you know is going to end in that manner?
Yeah. From the Sarah Connor perspective.
Yes. It's going to sleep and waking up to that every night. How can you actually even cultivate any type of a life?
What we talking about? Yeah. Hold on. I was making sure our Twitch is still up. Um I guess that's the hard part. Like how do you keep one foot like here in the real world where it's like life is being lived, people are having weddings and babies and dating and making dinner and like caring about what's coming on TV, and you ultimately know that 6 years from now this shit is a wrap, my G. Like this is all done. It ain't gonna ever exist. Um I and that's what's going to happen. You're either going to live your life like, well, guess what? This next sex years, that too. This next 6 years is going to be the best sex of my life, best time I ever have with my son. I am going to appreciate every breath that I have. I am going to try to change the lives of others for the time being. Or you are going to be totally consumed with that. And your mission is to get the word out. So like,
Yeah.
hey y'all, like, so we can so-called live great, amazing lives and be in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all you.
Yeah.
It's only A and B.
I agree.
There is only A and B. You cannot have both of the world because just that was a moment to show that. That was a moment to show that she's watching children and people living their lives who have no fucking idea. And the point is that they don't have no idea, or else they would be just like me. They would be so consumed with this. They would be, and that's why she left. That's why she just dipped. She just dipped on them.
Because she got fed up and she's like, I'm about to go kill Dyson because that's the only way to.
That's the only way that we can really wrap this on up.
We live. I think
we live. Yeah. Damn.
I don't know what happened. I got
hey, Skynet trying to take us.
Yeah, they are. Is that what happened? Jeez, I think
Skynet said, "Hell no,
y'all
no, we won't allow it."
Y'all giving too much information.
Y'all giving too much information. Y'all digging too deep into our film. We don't
we back.
We back.
Dadgummit.
What
You
y'all
ain't
gonna?
about to take us out.
Too bad Skynet going to send a Terminator to me, baby. I mean, oh shit.
Speak
I
for
ain't ready.
yourself. Speak for
I
yourself.
I ain't ready for no. I don't imagine what a Terminator these days would be like. God damn.
Man, it'll be on coming out my damn iPhone screen, swooping out. Like,
Right. Right. It just no, it just be your iPhone. It just be your iPhone. Just like,
yeah, just stab you in the side of the head. Like,
right. You be like, you answer a FaceTime and then it yourself come on, be like, ah,
yep, just get you on some Freddy
God
Krueger shit.
damn. Ooh.
Well, so
Oh
where
man.
were we?
But we
Well,
were
we were rudely
speaking
interrupted.
about we were speaking about like how Sarah speaks on like the question of can you know something like that, right? Posing the question, can you know something like that and like still get by? And I believe that there's only one way. Like there's only one way that it's going to happen. You're either going to make the best of your life until this huge explosion happens and you know what's destined to come, and or you're on the other side and you say well, fortunately, like I do believe that there's subcategories on that side too, right? Where it's like kill Dyson or I don't know. I believe you can say, hey, this is what's happening and try to do something about it. But I guess that's the point. Like she didn't know exactly what to do about it. When you just a damn away diner, like
Yeah,
and you find out this info,
yeah, it
I guess
changed the whole trajectory of her life, basically.
yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, we're not talking about somebody who was already working for a company and like found out some information and had skills and tools. We're talking about a regular Joe Schmo type of person, a regular citizen of the world, America, that knows that the world is ending in 6 years because of this and is being stalked by a otherly future machine.
Right,
Yeah, you gonna be messed up.
right. Yeah,
You gonna be messed
you would
up,
be. You would
especially
be.
when you find out that you spawned off the human. You spawned the human that actually changes all of that. And
Correct.
so, hmm, man, that's why it makes it such a good story. You know, when you
Yeah,
really
because I
think about
mean,
it.
she was really, I don't know. I just think her character is interesting. I thought, okay, so she goes to Dyson's house. She attempts to kill him. She shoots
Mm-hmm.
him severely. I thought that they made the children very brave in this movie because the son jumped in front of the gun.
Yo, so brave. Like, is it the 90s? Was it
Yeah,
the
like what
90s?
is going
Was that the
on?
90s?
Like,
Was that what the 90s was cut like?
yeah, so they sitting, after he tells them they're narrating while they're telling him what's actually going on. And he gets this information and it alarms him. And then she starts to have her little, you know, what do you call them type of people that can't have normal conversations? They have to speak in these parables like this because they're so damaged by the
Would you
world
call it
that the
like an
man
episode,
created.
or like I don't know, like
Monologue of
yeah,
doom. And then the son was just like, Mom, lay off it. Like
right, like her, like pulling her back. I know you may know this information, and you're right, but you got to understand everybody else is not thinking from your perspective. They don't know your experience, so don't nobody want to hear your serious, like how serious you are about this shit. Like you're gonna have to come with a little bit more compassion and a little bit more thought because, woman, you sound nuts.
Yeah, because he a good man, but he a scientist.
He's a scientist.
So then, he decide, forget it. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna go. Because then we realize, how you watch movies about time travel, and then you realize the reason why this is even happening is because of what happened prior. Kind of like, like, we leave the information for them to find, and then they take these technological advances and they make exactly what.
Yep.
Or better yet, we put them on a faster track. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like, whether Skynet was what it needed to be at the time, or they just had a few people like Terminators and they sent him back to do the deed, and what was left there advanced what Skynet was trying to do quicker, and also allow for them to make more in a more massive amount. Whatever happened in 1984 kind of pushed, or would have pushed, that future on to them, because they got the chip. They got, all of that from him.
Yep.
So, he decides that he doesn't want to participate in that anymore. He doesn't want to be down for that. So they decide that they're going to go to Skynet and they're going to take everything down and they're going to mess everything up and they're going to break everything and blow everything up and do whatever they got to do. And it was a mess.
It was a hot mess because much like most, unlike most movies, none of them have, like, they're just people with guns. You know what I'm saying? You got a scientist who's like, I'm trying to take them on a tour, and you can tell it's probably midnight. It's like super fucking late. You're trying to take this random group of white people on a tour, knowing damn well you can't take them back there. Like, none of these people are equipped with this. You got Terminator, who he has no, like, just like no swagger to him, no appeal to him that's like gentleman-like. They're just people with guns, man. And they go up in this bitch and they wreak havoc. Like, from the get-go, they hide the guard in the bathroom,
which was dumb
as hell. Like, put him somewhere where he cannot snitch on y'all, where he cannot tell on y'all, where nobody's gonna find him. He can't be found. Ask him, where are there other guards? But again, they lack this sense of,
because the Terminator, he just gonna terminate. So he don't care how many people.
Yeah, I mean, if it were up to him, he just would have killed. If they didn't give a damn, he just would have killed him, and then they could have went on their way and continued on as they should. But because you're dealing with, like, a young boy who's like, man, we're just not about to just be killing people for no damn reason. Like, we're gonna kill who's necessary. He's not necessary. Let's hide him in the back, And what I love about this movie is all the black people have, like, common sense. Like, they just, like, they every black person always like, I ain't trying to start no trouble. Like, from the black man in the parking lot, like, he didn't try to get on Terminator until he had his man in the chokehold. Like, I'm gonna protect my boy. I'm gonna defend my boy. The black security guard. He like, hey, shit, y'all can do whatever the fuck y'all need to do. Like, just don't hurt me. Yes, tie me up to the men's bathroom urinal. Like, I don't give a damn.
So they go in there and they
go in there,
doing what they do. But I did see, like, why John is going to end up being, like, the leader. He was leading them completely. As a kid. Like, completely. Because his mama was a mess. She was like,
hot.
She was like, mess. I was supposed to start laughing. I was like, this is what's up. This is why closed caption is amazing. Because you read the stuff and you be like, why did she say that? Like, I thought they was about to kiss. I mean, shoot. like, this is getting real intimate, like, but not in a mother son way. Uh,
Right.
you know, so they go in there. John have to do his little magic thing.
All right.
They go in there, they set up all the bombs, they getting everything together. Now the other guard, they found the other guard, so now he didn't call the popo. He said, "Bring
Right.
all the popo." He said, "Bring them all." He said, "Bring them all, every single last one of them."
My favorite part is when he's like, "The police are here. How many? All of them."
He said, "All of them, I think."
all of them. All of them. Serious, because it was like this man had been on again. The Terminator had already had. Everybody knew him for what he had done, so they were going to prepare for him. They were going to be prepared for him. But unfortunately, in the midst of all of this, they are able to get the chip. The goal is met, but not without loss.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, during this, it's just the type, I love how movies sometimes choose whether or not they're going to make, cops have common sense or, approach situations, because you would have thought that even though the security guards was like, "Hey, yo, the Terminator's here," you thought that they would have mentioned they came in with these other characters. I don't know, one of the guys works here,
and he probably is kidnapped.
Yeah, you would think that they out of all people that would be shot, you think that he wouldn't be the one.
But it is also the black guy.
It's also the 90s, and it's the black guy. They shot
who's holding the detonator. But logically, if I was an officer, I would say he got kidnapped. They forcing him to detonate his stuff with him inside because he is a scientist.
Yes.
But then him being the good person that he is literally holding on for his life and holding on so he don't kill nobody else. He
really was. When he said that, and that whole I'm like, wow, he was really fighting for his life.
That's Olivia Pope daddy. He do it.
That was Olivia Pope daddy.
He don't play no games.
I love seeing as a show, a guy that I watch who reviews movies, he calls them Black All-Stars. I just love seeing our Black All-Stars in their early days and just showing you those acting chops. Just
I'm like, oh, he in here acting, that little breathing. I felt bad for him. I was just watching the damn action movie, and then he made it real.
He made it
because Sarah Connor was too extra to take her seriously. She was too extra,
and I see what they was trying to do. I think James should have reeled her back sometimes. Just Linda, listen.
But was that one of his first films?
Probably.
So I think he
probably was just like, give it to me.
Nah, but okay, so did he do the first Terminator?
Let's see. I don't believe so. Come on, where's his name at?
James Cameron. The man who makes epic films.
Right.
That's what he does for a living.
James Cameron does them. Why can't I click on his name? That's so weird.
I don't know. I got him though. Okay, let's see. So Terminator was his first big film.
Okay.
And then he did Aliens. And then he did The Abyss. And then he did Terminator 2. Then he did True Lies. So when he did Terminator 2, he was coming off of success from Terminator and Alien. So in this movie, he had the money to just do whatever the fuck he wanted to do. So even with the acting, he probably just said, do you, boo, baby, because I got Ripley and the Terminator, okay? I'm the man right here. I'm the man right here.
Yeah, he'll feel himself.
I'm the man right here.
He'll feel himself.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have been feeling myself too. I am the man who did all the damn Terminators, True Lies,
Titanic,
Avatar.
Well, he hadn't done that yet, but Well,
And
he
what
hadn't done
else?
those things yet, but
Yeah, but
still.
he's
Yo, the
still.
Abyss is one of my
I
faves.
ain't never seen that. I ain't even gonna lie to
You
you.
should, I think you would like that. It's old, but it's good.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it one day. Um. Okay, where we at? So the Terminator out there not killing people, but he messes some stuff up. He messes some
Yes,
stuff up.
for
They
sure.
blow up the building. The other Terminator then drove a damn motorcycle in the building. Whatever, why ever,
Lord,
I don't know. But then
he was
he make a
reckless.
man jump out of damn airplane, and he
Whew,
jumps out of the airplane.
he jumps out.
And then the chase ensues.
Yes.
He for some odd reason, I'm thinking it's a gasoline trunk. He in a what is it? Not nitrous oxide, but whatever. Is it nitrous? I think it
Um,
was nitrous because
it may
nitrous is the
have
one that
been. It
makes
may
stuff
have
be
been.
cold.
Yes. Yep. 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 Yep.
And
Yes, ma'am.
he gets froze up a little bit, and then the Terminator shoot him up a little bit.
And then if again, we're like, because during the truck scene, we're like, fire. Yes. Nope. Don't get rid of them. Bullets. Nope. That don't get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? We like this whole little freezing little situation. All right, cool.
Nope. And it got rid of him for a minute.
It did. It did.
They should have picked them pieces up and threw it in the damn fire.
You know what? Separated them or like ate them. I don't know. Like, could he, like.
Girl.
Oh,
your
my
ass
God.
would have been exploding. He'd have just reformulated in your damn body.
I hope not. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe he would have died from the stomach acid.
No. No. So he come back. Sarah Connor leg all fucked up, bleeding, just blood every damn where. They running. They all a little bit messed up. But him and T-1000, they in a real fight. But what bothered me about this fight is when they were at the mall, every time they hit the wall, they broke something.
Yeah.
Now, if they were fighting, even if it was in an industrial area, if they were hitting electrical boxes and all that kind of stuff, wouldn't them things have dents in them?
I would have thought so. Like,
no, they didn't though, girl.
Yeah, that's that continuity that we be talking about sometimes, that I think that sometimes filmmakers and directors and writers and all those people behind the scenes sometimes just don't think it through. Like, and things are done for the show, the big screen, and not done for the actual story and the continuity of like, but hold on, because they got to know that there's going to be people out there like ourselves that are going to be like, okay, if you can break through walls and brick walls and concrete and glass and dent car doors, wouldn't you break like this steel pipe? Like, wouldn't you break an electrical, like, just like a box? Like, I'm confused by why that didn't do anything and these other things did. And I don't know. I think that is just like when they're like, man, we ain't got time to be breaking everything.
Or the budget getting low.
Yeah, the budget getting low. We can't break everything now, y'all. And let's put them in an open space where, but you have to be stopped by something. If you're in a fight, you have to be stopped by something, or there's just going to be this endless fight, because it has to be breaks in fights. Like, it has to be moments where, which is what happens. Yes, which is what happens.
He put his arm up under a thing, a damn,
some type of gear.
Yes, that's what they're called.
Yeah, like some type gear. Like a gear. Yeah.
What do you call them things? Yes, it was a gear, and his arm got stuck in the gear, and then he had to lose his arm.
Jeez.
But I thought it was funny because at this point, the Terminator was so messed up that he wasn't really talking, and he kind of reminded me of like Michael Myers. Like, because especially that part where he was reaching after him after he had got him locked up. Like, I was like, now he's serving me Michael Myers vibes because his face all fucked up, but he's still going. And because the other guy, he just keep coming back regular. You know what
Oh,
I'm
he's
saying? But
so
he all
good.
jacked up, you know, and he keep it moving. He just keep getting up. And but he not saying nothing. They not talking. So he just giving me Michael Myers
Look
vibes,
at
you know?
this. Oh my gosh.
So
So
he
funny.
coming for them. Sarah Connor about to sacrifice herself, basically.
Yes.
And it does not work in her favor. He doesn't kill her, but he has touched her so he can, get her makeup. So he tries to, trick John to
John.
believing that his mom is hurt, but mom comes to rescue him, save the day. Kinda. But then after them bullets didn't work, she was standing there like,
What the hell I'm gonna do now?
what I'm gonna do? So Terminator get his arm. Oh, but speaking of, they done got in another damn fight, and he didn't stab Terminator, and now he laid out like Michael Myers. I'm telling you, he was serving me Michael Myers.
I feel you.
Myers.
Yeah, Michael Myers.
Michael Myers. He was. Oh, thanks GFT Radio for the subscription.
Yeah.
He was serving definite Michael Myers vibe. So, but he, he wake up, because you think he did a little bit.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh no, they gonna die.
Yeah.
And then he wake up, and then he's okay, kinda, but he real fucked up. He ain't got no arm. He limping, like his leg messed up, his face messed up. He got a jab stab through his body. He just all jacked up, but he still had that damn grenade launcher.
He still had the grenade launcher ready to
send it launch. So he launched that grenade in there. And then he, bust that man wide open, basically. I mean, that's what he did.
He did. It just was very hilarious. How he got bust open.
He did. And then he fell into the fire. But this is why I say he was an organism. And I say this because when he died, he started wailing like I was watching Species or something,
Yes. Oh man, I'm trying to think. It reminds me of something else as well, but that's not coming to me. But I felt that same thing when I was watching
Independence Day.
Yo, yes, just like a
like woo! You know how when they get shot up, the aliens and they be screaming and making
oh my god, like just die. You've been silent this whole movie, and now you like making
screaming all and sounds, making all this noise and doing all this extra stuff.
What's wrong with you?
And I also think they did that to like really show that he was a monster. Like he was a monster, whereas the Terminator has changed and has grown, and hasta la vista, baby, because that's what he said when he shot him. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Not then, but when he shot him when he was the Iceman.
Yeah.
So then they like, okay, well, let's throw the arm in the stuff. He said he's terminated. He's terminated. But then they throw the arm in there, and then they throw the chip in there. And then the Terminator brings up a great point. Hey, there's still one chip. And they both looking at him like, where?
All this time.
It was in you? Damn. Now you gotta die, Terminator. And it reminds me of, like E.T. and all of those different movies where you have these kids and these characters, that they shouldn't be aligned with, but they fall in love with these characters and they don't want to lose them. And so now John is crying and all of that because he don't want
things that humans do.
Yeah, he don't want the Terminator to go because now that's his friend and they're cool or whatever, And then he says, I know why you cry. but it's something that I could never do. And then it's
Aww.
like, oh, and then he wipes his little tear. And then he, goes into the fire, but more honorably than T-1000, more
Yes.
peaceful, more human in a way, you know, with the thumbs up, kind of making that self-sacrifice that we like to do as human beings.
Yes.
And then that's it.
That's it. It just kind of ends with Sarah narrating, saying that, like, if a machine can learn to feel these things and understand, like, then maybe as humans, I haven't lost all hope for us, because
Yeah.
I believe that that was a driving force in her sanity as well. Is why won't y'all believe me? Like, I am only trying to keep you here forever for the lives that you think that you are leading forever, or, because, that's unfortunately a thing that we have as humans, like, and then the ones who don't live their lives in a way that it's like, I'm going to be here forever, they wreak havoc. You know what I'm saying? They pollute the world. They treat others like shit. You know what I'm saying? For the ones who know, like, I know I ain't gonna be here forever, so I'm gonna just fuck up everybody else's life and my own. Like, I don't give a goddamn. Like, it's like, for the people who are only living here for the 50 years that they know that we're gonna be here, or the money that they know that they can get in this lifetime to pass down to the next generation who's gonna be only here for another 50, 60, 70 years. Like, when you live your life like that, you're like, that's destruction as well. But we have no idea what it feels like, or know what it's to know the true end of the world.
Right.
And her living with that every single day and actually trying to do something about it, to a point of like, I'm just trying to, like, let y'all niggas know what's good. I don't think she was ever going to really achieve anything greater than what
Being
she had achieved.
crazy. Being crazy and being without her child and being without a life. So my question to you is, because she also said something that was very poignant to me for her character. I go into this future of the unknown. I go into this future where I don't know what's going to happen next. And do you think that gave her some solace and allowed for her to live some type of a life until Terminator 3? Or do you think that or do you think that she still was tripping?
Wow, that's a really good question. I don't know. I mean, a part of me feels like that PTSD, that she's not telling no lies, it is truly unknown. Because just because they did that, who knows? Does that really end everything?
Right.
Was there, I mean, they found out that there were more steps. There are other things that they didn't realize. So, who's to know? Because that's the thing. Like, yeah, you may have gotten rid of the chip and killed the person that created the certain things, but you don't know
what
the real
other things you changed by doing those things.
Yep, the real masterminds, the real people who are behind this.
Kind of the King the Conqueror in Sylvie's situation.
And so, it is truly unknown. And I think that you can never really lead the rest of your life acting as if none of that happened. You can't lead your life. She's forever changed by all of that, her and her son,
Yeah.
So there's no true answer to that. I believe that she'll always, that's my answer, is that she'll always be affected by that moving forward.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, but I hope that and I mean, I'm speaking of this from a realm of Terminator 3 doesn't exist. Terminator 4 doesn't exist. Terminator 5 doesn't exist. We don't know what happens next. I would hope that she would live a life with her son, and she would try to be a better mother to him, that she would try to have some type of a life regardless to
Mhm.
what happens next.
Yeah,
That's what I hope for her. That's my hope for her, that she
agreed.
can stop dreaming about the end of the world in such a horrific way
Yes.
and have some type of a life. Because I'm sorry, that woman needs to be in a crazy house if that's her dream every night. Because how could you not be crazy dreaming that? Just the
Yep.
one time I saw it, I was like, because see, that's why I think Terminator was like a scary movie to me growing up. Like,
Mhm.
I didn't look at Terminator like, oh, but Aliens is a scary movie. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That I never like that scene in particular. That was always a scene that kind of freaked me out growing up. I mean, I feel like a lot of the movies that we grew up with, even RoboCop, like that movie was fucked up. Like, RoboCop is a fucked up movie. We watched that man get fucked up.
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say that.
know,
Like,
like,
there was a lot of time, like the fight scenes and the way people were killed and the way like, I really understand why censorship came along and why
yeah,
they had to
because that
pull
movie,
back
like,
on stuff.
he
Because
chopped that man through his mouth in the house. Like, I was watching that movie and I was saying, like, damn, like this was 1991 and this is good
no,
graphics and stuff for
yep, for
1991.
real. Even the scene where T-1000 is bashing the head of
Yeah, of
Terminator, and like,
Terminator.
even though we know he's indestructible, we know it like doesn't hurt. Like, ouch. We're like, the fuck, when I compare it to when I think of a scene like Kill Bill where she's bashing his head, and I'm like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my gosh.
But even still, even though we know he indestructible, we still like, ooh,
Oh,
oh my God.
dang, god
Dang.
damn.
Oh.
Like, even though it's like metal clanging against metal, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't, somebody bashing down a hammer on metal, you're not like, ooh,
But also Kill Bill came out in 2000 something
four,
and four, and that
yeah,
came out in 1991.
yes, and my gosh, yeah, like every single death, every single way somebody was killed, especially by T-1000, like, god dang.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sure, god dang.
So, did you have a quote?
I do have a quote. I had man, I just freaking X'd out. So I have a kind of two quotes. So let me say the one that I do know. In the meantime, I'll find another one. So this one is from Miles Dyson. Who daddy?
Olivia Pope.
Olivia Pope's daddy. He said, "You're judging me on things I haven't even done yet." And I thought that was like such a great quote, because I know that even from my standpoint as a person, I can sometimes be very, like, I will judge a book by its cover. I will step into situations with people and things and places, and I'll be like, this place look nasty as hell. So nope. Like, I already tell it's feeling dead. I don't see the vibe. And then before you know, like, I'm having a time of my life. Like, I judge things very quickly. And I think sometimes they haven't even like done anything yet. Like, and that is very telling also, not only to me in my personal life, but also this movie itself is, yes, Sarah had reason to be scared of the Terminator and what her expectations of him were, but like, obviously in a scene like that, she's not going to be like, have you changed? Like, but I believe that there were many times throughout that situation where she just couldn't relinquish some of what she was going through to the Terminator to let him handle it. Like, right. I understand he was there to protect her son. She had to realize also that it just wasn't about her anymore. It wasn't about you and what you've seen and what you know. You are like the catalyst of it all. But now that your son is here and we know what your son is capable of and why they want him killed and what's to come. I think we should focus on like your son, like the way she walked away from that situation was like, girl, like,
yeah,
calm down, use your common sense and like judge this correctly, because what you don't even know what has happened yet. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And so I really thought that was a really good quote. And the other one was, I think John Connor says it. Yeah. The whole thing goes, the future's not set. There's no fate, but what we make for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was like very profound and makes a lot of sense, not only to, again, like just, personal life and the way that we go about things, but also this movie. Like we cannot keep thinking, okay, that the end goal is the world is going to end, blah, 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 blah. But like, what are all the small like things and steps and stuff in between that? And what
Right.
can we do? And I think that's the thing that Sarah Connor missed the most, is like, what about all the steps in between? And then when she would act on something, she'd go do something like go kill Miles. Like, damn.
Yeah, yeah. Like, and it's like,
Did
but
you ever think
girl,
that you could
like,
talk to the man? Like,
exactly. No, you didn't. You didn't. But why would she when they came to kill her? They didn't come to talk to her. So why would she go talk to him?
True.
Because she looking at it from the position of, you created this. This is your fault. I want to kill you. You put me, I wasn't like this before. I was happy before all of this. And I mean, I think that's something that they didn't touch on, because she was so rebellion, versus looking at it from because if you talk to her, she would tell you, I know it's not about me. It's about everybody else. But the way she played the character was like, I'm reeling, I'm in pain, I'm going through this, I need to fix this. This is all on me. This is all my fault. This is this, and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Versus, I need to find a group of people that do believe in what I'm saying. I need to work with my son more and teach him this. I need to do, but she really did have hurt more than anything from what took place and what it did to her as a person, what it did to her as a mother, what it did to her as a human being.
Yeah.
Now, who's to say her life was the best life before she knew this information? But in her mind, she couldn't have a life. She felt bad almost about having a life.
Yeah.
Because she knew that she was literally watching people who had no idea and didn't want to listen to the fact that y'all about to die.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, not tomorrow or whatever, but in 1997.
Right. Let 97 hit. Yeah, the countdown begins.
But girl, Prince got a song called 1999. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
my favorite thing about this movie too is like the way they depict like now. Like, I can't believe that we actually now are living in the time that movies in the 90s and the 80s love to say,
like Demolition Man and stuff.
2023.
Yeah, like Demolition Man and stuff.
Yeah, like, 2029. Like,
and it's like, well, it does not, we don't have flying cars, guys.
Yeah, all we got is Teslas.
Yeah. New York is not below the waterline yet.
Nope.
Like, we're,
right.
Taco Bells have now taken over all the corporations.
I mean, we can talk into our watches,
Yeah, we can do that.
We can do that. Yeah, we can do that. We don't have like, we have like smart TVs and smart, technological items.
We have like Alexas and things of that nature.
You can yell out and be like, hey, Alexa, play this song. Or, I can change the color of my lights and, all that cool stuff. But yeah, it's not like I can just like pull up a TV right here in front of my face. Like,
yeah, or pull it out right here.
Exactly. Like, yeah, I'm about to watch TV. All right, y'all.
Right.
It's just so funny. It just cracks me up when they think about like the times that we actually in now and when that time, how far, I'll never, ever forget one of my cousins. She just turned 21. And I'll remember when she was a kid and she had a shirt when she was in kindergarten that said, class of 2020. And I was like, God damn. Like, like this new meme going around with Kevin Hart being like, damn.
Yeah.
Like when Dashiell says he's 56 or whatever, like that's the reaction I used to have to this time as well.
Yeah,
And now that
like,
we're here, I'm like, this shit ain't no different.
yeah, right. I mean, but that's because I feel like people, even though we don't look to say the world is ending, we
Correct.
don't know when it is. So we kind of be like, that's so far off. I don't even know if we're going to be here.
Right. Right. Yeah, because in our head, we're like, we don't even have flying cars yet. How could the world end before we have flying cars and flying buildings and buildings that just like hover in the like?
Right. That's true.
Oh my God. Not realizing that this world could possibly end with like still racism, people hating gay people, um world
No flying
hunger.
cars.
Yeah, no flying cars, world hunger, still not figuring out this whole climate control thing. Like the world could possibly still still not knowing if aliens are real or not. Is there a world out there without ever like being on Mars and life being there, or figuring out if life is there and so on? Like this world could possibly end with all of those things and restart, and nobody gives a damn if you started your business or if you ever got to travel to India. Like nobody gives a damn. If this world's gonna end, it's gonna end.
It really is.
Period.
However, whether it's the machines or the Lord,
yes,
who knows?
who really truly knows? Oh my God, when you're working against so much, you're never working against the Lord though.
The zombies,
but like zombies,
nuclear bombs,
nuclear bombs. Like if we're
the plate
about
tectonics,
dude, aliens, like whatever they want to do, and come down and do to us. Like, God damn, it's real out here. That's why I do love movies like this, because it really do get in you thinking like, yo, what the hell is really out there?
Yeah.
We have no idea. Like we do just be waking up like I'm excited for Insecure season 5. Bitch, there's an alien invasion happening in 5 days. Fuck that show.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Or a meteor or whatever.
Meteor is coming. Like our planet is about to collide with another planet. The moon is coming, bitch.
Right. Anything. Whatever. I mean, it could be. So the possibilities are endless.
Oh, they're endless. But I guess that's, what Sarah Connor are we gonna be?
Right. But shit, I didn't see it, so I can be just me.
Right. Straight up. So yeah, I feel like this is a movie that I would totally watch again. I absolutely love it. And now it just really gets me, typically with what happens with sequels, you just want to see the rest of the movies after that. Just like Kill Bill, you're just like, I want to see more. I want to go watch the first one, or watch the first one. No, Return of Jafar.
Yes.
It's just like, oh, now I want to go watch Aladdin. It just makes you want to go watch the rest of the movies and just like, oh no, it was Hunger Games we were talking about. Hunger Games. It was like, oh my God, I just want to watch the rest.
I was just talking about that today.
Like, yo. Yeah.
We did that.
Oh
my God. Do we have one more week?
We have one more week.
Okay, thank God. Because I was like, ooh.
Oh. Yes. Oh, you was like, oh shit, I don't know what the hell we doing in September, y'all. I don't know what we doing in September. Well, I know what we doing in October.
Yes, that's a fact.
Look, we probably gonna have that planned out before we get September planned.
It'd be dope if we just watch all new movies. Since there's so much stuff coming out.
And you know what was so funny? I reposted something you posted with like all the new movies coming out, and somebody was like, well, it looks like Two Snaps in a Circle. Oh, Kelly. She was like, Two Snaps in a Circle is gonna be super busy. Like low key. I like where I might fuck with that. But yeah, we're watching Dr. Sleep next week, which is the sequel to The Shining.
Yes.
And I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea. idea. And so Shining, The Shiny has become one of my faves once I like
Really?
once I was able to get past the scariness of it. Like, yeah,
Scariness.
of course you didn't think it's scary. But as a teenager coming up,
Creepy.
I was creepy for sure. Creepy and scary to me sometimes fall in the same category, just a little bit. But I was frightened a while for by that movie, and I never gave it a chance. And then I remember like getting into films as an adult and just like filmmaking and appreciating it
It's
from
the one.
and it is the one and the two. And so now to find out that it actually has a two, I'm very excited about seeing it. I've never seen it, didn't know about it, and I'm geeked up.
Yeah, it's good.
Geeked
It's
up.
fucked up, but it's good.
Hey, that's what they say. Some of the movies that change your life the most and do that shit to you usually typically are some of the best movies.
That is not a lie. That
It
is
is
a
not a
very
lot. So.
factual statement.
Exactly.
That is
We
a
watching
very
Doctor
factual
Sleep
statement.
next week, y'all. Anything else you want to tell the people before we jump the
Uh, uh, Next
yeah,
Wednesday.
it wasn't a trick question. Like,
I know I'm trying to think. I'm still just off a plane, and it was a time difference, so
girl,
it was an hour ahead of us. So
really?
yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay,
I
next
have to remember that.
Wednesday, I will be live at GFT Radio,
Yo,
with
what if, right?
Willie Styles, talking about the second episode of What If, starring Chadwick Boseman
Yes.
and many others, many others. Um, and he's Star Lord. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about that, and that's
So cool.
exciting. And I've watched half of the episode, and it's really good. Damon Hansu is in there. Josh Brolin is in there. Uh, Catherine, whatever, I can't think what her last name is. But Damon Hansu was the standout for me because he doesn't he don't be in stuff. I mean, he
Mm-hmm.
be in stuff, but I didn't expect
No.
him to be in this. So
Right.
yeah,
Right. So
yeah.
nice. It's a pleasant
But
surprise.
he is in the movie. Duh, Siobhan. Hello, my bad. Rewind. Duh. Okay.
Yeah, but
Stop it.
still a
Stop the
pleasant
presses.
surprise.
It
Still,
was. It was. It was a pleasant surprise. But yes. So next Wednesday, be there. Next Thursday, be here.
for sure, for Doctor Sleep, baby.
And follow me on like my social medias as the
I do.
superstar and stuff.
Yep. Same for me. Follow me at Latoya Coast, Point of View Finder on IG. Always dropping cool new photographs and interviews that I do with other photographers in the Detroit area. Yeah, always doing cool stuff over at Books We Should Have Read. Get your 10 pages a day and eat your veggies and fruit. And yeah, we got a new Darker Than Blue film dropping on Misfit Academics, so check that out. But if you feel overwhelmed with all these things that we're telling you, if you just followed us at our social media, like, you would know about these things. You'll be up and hip and updated, and you'll know them. You might know some movie news before Chevy dropped it on Thursday. You
That
just
is
might.
very true.
You just might get up on the movie news. You might be telling us like, I knew about that already. But yeah,
That's very true.
we had the technical difficulties, but that's okay though, because we came back.
And y'all came back.
And y'all came back, and we
So
love y'all for
thanks.
that. I mean, just like loyal people. We love y'all, man. We really do.
Yes, thank you, the lurksers. The lurksers.
The lurksers. That's what we're going to
Thank you
call
for
them.
the
The
lurkeries.
Yes, thank you for
Thank you for
lurkerization.
the subscriptions.
We appreciate y'all.
Thank you for the follows. And thank you for just being here and being patient and being great. And just, thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you to YouTube too, if you're watching
Thank
us
y'all.
on YouTube.
Yeah, we
Especially
love
if you watch
y'all.
until the end. Bless you.
For real, because we know it ain't easy. We know it ain't easy. I had a couple friends be like, "I just be playing y'all in the background, like
Just do
cool,
you.
like a little podcast." I mean, we
Yeah,
don't
just
look
do
like
it.
we're beautiful people. We're beautiful people. I understand why you would want to sit in the screen and look at us, but like, ain't no wrong, just listen to our voice.
trying to get chose out here.
We're trying to get we're trying to get booed up. Trying to get booed up.
It's about to get cold outside.
Right in the DM, right. Trying to get booed up.
Send me a whisper. On Twitch. Yes. Okay. All right.
Yep. Yeah, we can keep doing this forever.
Yes. Thank y'all. See y'all next week. Deuces.
Bye.
Oh, hey, Stacy. You popped in the end with a lurkery.
Lurk. Hitting it with the lurk.
All right, y'all. We out.
Bye.
Peace.